take a nice deep breath. Yeehaw. Greetings, dear beautiful spirit soul that you are. I recognize who you are, and I realize that as you recognize, as I recognize more and more of who we are, how magnificent is this grand, great adventure, you see. How to, what would you say? I would say, how to solve every problem that you have. How to solve every problem that you have. First of all, stop calling it a problem. Because then it puts it in the area of math, counting. And so what do a lot of people do? They count. I gave you this, you gave me that. I owe you this, you owe me that. After all I did for you, tit for tat. You know, it's like, blah, blah, always adding up. You know, did I get a good deal? I want to make a profit. You know, I don't care if I cheat. The interesting thing about Walter Russell, you know, I like the man who tapped the secrets of the universe. Great, he was giving just this magnificent teaching. Now, there's a lot of differences I have, but it's only because of, you know, someone could have a lot of, doesn't mean they have it all. And doesn't mean everything resonates with where you are and what you actually truly know, because that's what you know, not what you have learned or believed. I don't need to do beliefs. It's what you know, you see. And what he did is he decided, he worked someplace at a what was it called, as a kid, like a young guy, at a hotel as a busboy, and someone was going to give him a tip, and he thought, you know, he felt really weird about it, because he already was a very realized person, and he said, no, he says, I'm not going to take a tip, I have a salary, but I'm going to be the best bellhop there ever was. I'm going to go out of my way with great attitude, joy, and happiness, which he did the entire summer, and if people want, he said, oh, thank you so much, I already have a salary. But all these people at the hotel, they so fell in love with this person. He made lifelong friends. People helped him in business and everything else he did. And the whole attitude is always to give more than what you're going to get back, you see. And so what's this thing of always counting and adding it up, and you did this and I did that, and then we're mathematicians because we call it a problem, you see. So then we make it a problem by saying, I don't know what I'm going to do, is what I'm going to have, and then people can't go to sleep at night, they're trying to analyze, what should I do, where, but first of all, you have to get, really, what are you doing anyway in this? What are you involved in? What's the purpose of it? Is that thing working for you? What is really in your heart, really, that you're looking for? And this thing, you solve it by not calling it a problem. You could call it opportunity. And it's an absolute opportunity to honor and recognize your divine guide and partner, beloved, with you. And when you do, you slip into another realm. But when you operate in that realm, you only get the benefit when you are in perfect harmony, because any disharmony, you're not in it, because it's not real and sincere. It's a very interesting thing. I'm not a fan of that, NLP kind of things, because I could see in the beginning of how nasty it was of trying to, I'm sure there's different things, and it's also good body language. Yes, body language has helped me learn to read nonverbal communication, become a better teacher, you know, a person, so I could understand and appreciate where other people were coming from and that sort of thing, or what was going on, or maybe I said something didn't offended, I didn't mean to, you know, that kind of thing. And you kind of, that's interesting. But then the NLP, because I had some person who was a writer and then big lecturer out there that just would study me and he copied my style, because he didn't have a style in his own, so he had the copy to make it look like he was sincere, you see, and because how it was developed is people were observed that had certain qualities and certain things they did, and how that communication also matched patterns in the brains and actually, you know, of other people, because we have all this collective cosmic knowledge, you might say, and also universal, cosmic, whatever. But no, you have divine, which is beyond the cosmos. It's beyond the universal. You have to get this, who you are. So anyway, then as an opportunity, who do you trust? Who do you call on? What do you really want to know? And when we're so confused out there, so many things, so many irons on the fire, running after it, living in anxiety and fear, it's going to go away, bye-bye, and you can do this and that. This is just the mind. And when we do this, then it generates negative emotions, and that gives more power to the electrical outlet or expression that, and also like in manifesting, you see, because this is made of sound and light. You could perceive that. But the divine that is here, that is represented, is how we get back to the divine and tune in, is the body is made of the elements. So the natural thing, the first having harmony, I can hear the water bubbling behind. It's so beautiful and clean and sweet and fresh, you know, wow. And yet, also we get addicted to these things, the water, the air, the thing, being, and even addicted to human, you see. So it's then, whatever human is a classification, then you believe you are that, and that's who you are, or you identify with that race, that color, that group, that religion, that then who are you? Just a conglomeration of all these different groups and different people and, you know, belief systems and all that stuff that you're trying to deal with. You solve the problem by going into the truth of the being. There are no problems. All is well. And when you get that, breathe into it. It's a belief system. It's promoted all the time, continuously in the time game. Even time is a concept. There's nothing for me to worry about ever again. Say that. Now you go, well, that's crazy, I'm worried. You know, worries you because you believe your fears. You believe those thoughts, those concepts. When you're a divine being, you can call you a God. We want to call you whatever you want to call, but you're a creator being. Because that's your nature, that's where you come from, it's who you are. It's operating as you, through you, with you, see? And by denying that continuously and taking this other stuff and all of this and who am I and trying to find yourself within this so that you fit, you don't fit. And you do, you see. Because when you know who you are, you fit more than ever because you're not there to harm or hurt another person intentionally or even unintentionally, whether it be an animal, a human, you see any expression or to destroy the beauty of the divine, and even in nature.